want to tell one story about safety issue in business. There was a company named ABCZ. Company ABCZ. Yeah, this company so bad. Why? Because there were no helmets, no boots, no safe at all at their construction place. And one day there were two accidents. So bad. Okay, let's not talk too much. Nanti want to share this one film to you guys. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hello? What? Two accident? How can that happen? Okay. I'm on my way.
I will see, madam. Thank you. Yes, madam. Can I help you? My name is Samina and I come from Department of Labour. I've been informed that this company hasn't followed any of regulation regarding to the safety of workers.
What are you talking about, madam? I don't get it.
I've received a complaint letter about this company has failed to provide any equipment, which is safety equipment to the workers. And I also received a few photos regarding to the accident that had happened. So let me straight to the point. I have visited your site the day before I came here today, and we observed that your construction place doesn't fulfill any of the criteria regarding to the safety policy. This problem should not exist because you as the CEO should monitor your management team to follow the regulations.
Madam, let me explain first.
No,
Why?
this vulnerability falls under Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, whereas, let me read for you, any person by an act or omission of the provision of this act or any regulation made thereunder shall be guilty of an offence and, where no penalty is expressly declared, on conviction shall be liable to a fine not exceeding 10,000 ringgit or to not less than 1 year imprisonment. And another problem of this case, you also didn't provide any of policy announcement to the workers.
Madam, can you please give me a chance to fix all of this?
I'm sorry, madam. We must not tolerate to this kind of problems unless you found guilty. Never mind. Here are all of the documents regarding to these matters and also the fine. Okay, thank you.
Yes, madam.
What is this? Tell me, how can this problem happen?
Sorry, madam. I didn't know this.
What do you mean by that? Then who let them know about this?
Someone else, but not me, madam.
Then, what should I answer to all shareholders?
You cannot blame me at all, madam. You are the one who refused to use the fund provided by the company to buy all the safety equipment. You save on the fund to increase the profit in financial statement instead. so that you can fix this performance of this company.
Why you are taking me? Are not you also the one who cover all this? We both are guilty.
But madam, you asked me to.
You, get out. Yes, come in. What? I'm fired.
Hi everyone, so we are back on Borak with Perspective. So with me is Madam Farah, a member of MICG. Hi Madam.
Hi.
I have a few questions to ask you. The first question I want to ask regarding to the issue that we received through email about a company that refused to use the safety fund for the interest of their CEO and also the company itself. They hid the fund to use as an adjusting in profit. They later have been fined for not providing safety equipment and policy to their workers. And the CEO also had already been dissolved from her position. Also, there were 2 accidents happened at their construction place. So for overall, what is your comment according to this?
According to the case that you explained just now, it is best believed that the CEO has self-interest to save her position from being dissolved because at the fluctuation in company's financial performance. When the company itself has provided a fund for safety equipment, that was her best chance to hide the fund for the adjusting the profit on their financial statement. This has led to the misleading financial into as well. My comment here is a CEO, which the function of CEO is to monitor and control the management and the whole company. When the CEO is working in a bad behavior, it is best believed that the whole company will come out as a bad behavior too. The CEO should run the company in a good faith, and the workers also should take an action rather than being silent and let this issue happen.
The second question regarding to this issue, can you give a few stakeholders that could negatively be impacted?
The stakeholder that negatively impact from this case, first, the company, the reputation of the company will be affected due to the report being made by the whistleblower to the Department of Labour. And for the workers at the site, they are having an accident due to the lack of safety equipment such as helmet and boots. For the shareholder, they cannot get their return because of deviation made by the CEO. And lastly, for the supervisor, he is forced to work outside from his professional standards.
The third question, so you mentioned about action that the employees can take to resist this issue from happening. So, can you explain what are they?
Action that can be taken by employee is reporting to the upper bodies that relate to the labour force concerned, which is Department of Labour. The problem here is employee at the company were too afraid to report about the issue, and they had to take time to make a report. And the worst part was the report was made after the accident happened. To the CEO, she needs to consult with the shareholder regarding to the performance of the company rather than misleading the financial information and makes the employees to burden the decision. When she consult with shareholder, the shareholder maybe could help her and also the company, since the shareholder are the owners of the company, so they probably will not let the performance of the company going down.
The next question, in this case also, the supervisor was appointed to do cover for the misleading financial information. So what say you?
Supervisor as well should not tolerate with this kind of behavior. Supervisor should make a report directly to the shareholder in case supervisor is afraid as if their position in danger, because supervisor might also be dissolved by the CEO if they fail to follow the instruction. Everyone in the companies has right to speak up.
Last but not least, can you conclude about this case?
Yeah, sure. For overall, what can I conclude is that the fundamental principle of code ethics must be applied to solve the problem. Whereas the CEO should be honest when using the money for buy the safety equipment such as helmets and boots for the workers at the site area. The CEO also should be fair when using the fund that we provided to the company for buying the safety equipment. Finally, the principle should not be violated by the supervisor was objectivity. The supervisor should not be biased when followed CEO instruction to mislead the fund for the company profitability. The supervisor also should not be compromised his professional as a supervisor in that company that can injure their workers because doesn't wear any safety.
Thank you, madam, for answering the question.
Welcome.